Good morning, y'all. Good morning, Monica. Miss Monica. Happy Monday. How was your weekend? I'm so tired. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Janicia. Good morning, Miss Natarsa. Happy Monday. Good morning, Miss Ashley Ree. Good morning, Miss Nene. Happy Monday. Good morning, Miss Donna. It was, what did we do this weekend? It was cool. I didn't do much. Good morning, Miss Cassandra. Good morning, Miss Call Me Lexi. Good morning, Miss T Miller. Happy Monday. I didn't do much, and yesterday was really, really good. I was in the cozy cottage all day, working on my planner and making stuff for my mini planner. I forgot to bring my mini planner in here so I can show y'all. But if you follow me on my planner page on Instagram, then you saw it. That's all I did. Nothing crazy. Good morning, Miss Nisa, baby. Good morning, Miss On an Island. Good morning, Miss Ash. Good morning, Miss Gail. Good morning, Miss T. Happy Monday, ladies. My elbow hurt. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. Your girl was in the bed. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was in the bed. Good morning, Miss Patricia. I was enjoying not having to get up. Oh, thank you. This is old. I got this from Lexi Beauty Fash on Instagram when she was selling caftans. I wish I would have got more. Woke up at 4:24 this morning instead of reaching out. On my phone, I prayed and gave thanks to God. I know that's right. When it finishes 4:48, I better spend my morning of spending my time just scrolling. Yes. Sometimes he just wants us. He waking us up so we'll talk to him. Good morning, Miss Carletta. Good morning, Miss Michelle. Happy Monday. When I serve for went well. Praise God, all is well. Oh, I'm glad everything went well, Miss Cassandra. And I'm glad you were able to be there for her. Oh, they do? I need to check it out. Because, baby, I'll throw on one real quick. I got my pajamas on under here. So I was like, ooh, I got to hurry up. Good morning, Miss Malika. Hey, Miss Malika. Happy Monday. Baby, I throw on one in a minute. My husband be like, put on your moo-moo. Just put on your moo-moo. I'll be like, leave me alone. Good morning, Miss Nikki. Good morning, Miss Sharika. Happy Monday. Right? That is really, I'm glad she is well. I'm glad she did well, and I'm glad you were able to be there and take care of her. Because ain't nothing like your mama taking care of you. Ain't nothing like it when your mama take care of you. Good morning, Mr. Kira. Happy Monday. When your mama come in, She knows just what to do. She knows just what to do. I was out in Dallas last week for my birthday, and so enjoying while I was out there. I flew to Nashville. Oh man, he is so funny. He is so funny. We saw his show here in Houston. Oh, happy birthday! And I'm glad you had a good time. I'm glad you had a little vacation. Happy birthday, Miss Valika. I knew I didn't see your name. I know. I know that's right. It is so nice to get away. I will be on vacation on Friday. I can't wait. Baby, I need a vacation from these children for the summer start. No, I'm just playing. Summer has started, and these children are on it. I know. Happy birthday to Miss Valika. Can I show y'all my spread? I don't know. I might have some information in here I can't share. So let me see. Let's see. Can I cover that up? Y'all know I like showing y'all my planner spread. Let me cover that little part up. Thank you. I will. I can't say where we're going yet because I'm going with Sheena. I'm pretty sure she doesn't want me saying yet until we get there, you know. But I'm excited to go. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. Shoot, I didn't know I was supposed to say. She told people, so I was like, oh, okay. I guess I could tell people where I could tell people I'm going. All right, let me see. Is that on here? All right, yeah. So this is my spread for this week. I printed these stickers myself. I don't think it has anything in here. Yeah. I printed these stickers myself from what's that thing called? Creative Fabrica. You know, since I was going, even though just a hint, we ain't going nowhere beachy, but I don't know. It's scream vacation to me, so I was like, yeah, vacation on the beach, all of that. Thank you, Miss Cassandra. So anyway, let's get started. We're going to talk about the fruit of the spirit today, joy, because I'm pretty sure we didn't talk about joy. We've talked about joy before, but I don't think we talked about it with the fruit of the spirit. I hope that it is. It will be, right? Because I ain't got to be making dinner and making beds and corralling children and all of that kind of stuff. Oh, thank you, Miss Natarsa. Man. But yeah, we're going to talk about the fruit of the spirit, joy. Thank you, Miss Gail. Take your time. Our scripture is 1 Peter 1-8. And y'all let me know if y'all can see me and hear me, because you know I'm going to close the guidance again. Though you have not seen him, you love him. And even though you do not see him now, you believe in him and are filled with an inexpressible and glorious joy. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. So, thank you, Miss Nisa, baby. The New Living Translation says, you love him even though you have never seen him. Though you do not see him now, you trust him, and you rejoice with a glorious, inexpressible joy. The reward for trusting him will be the salvation of your souls. That's verse 9. All right, so, all right. Our affirmation is, my joy is not based on circumstances. It is rooted in Christ. I carry a joy that the world cannot take away. Thank you, Miss Cassandra. Appreciate you. So my joy is not based on circumstances. Oh, yeah. And my husband got a fan back there, so it's still loud. But my joy is not based on circumstances. It is rooted in Christ. I carry a joy that the world cannot take away. So, our devotion. Joy is not the same as happiness. Happiness is often tied to what's happening. That's a good way to think about it or remember it. But joy is a fruit of the Spirit, a deep-rooted gladness that remains even when life isn't perfect. As a feminine woman of faith, your softness, your nurturing heart, your desire for beauty and harmony, they all flourish more richly when you walk in joy. This kind of joy comes from knowing who you belong to, not what you have. It's cultivated in gratitude, strengthened in trials, and shines brightest in seasons of surrender. Joy is also powerful spiritual warfare. It confuses the enemy. Have you ever heard that Marvin Sapp song? What's the song? Praise Him in Advance. He says that in the song. I love that song. When you choose to rejoice despite opposition, when you praise instead of panic, you remind the atmosphere around you and your own heart that your hope is anchored in the Lord, okay? When you choose to rejoice despite what is going on, when you choose to look at the silver lining, the good part, even though today may not have been a good day, there was some good in the day, right? When you choose to look at that part, that is when you can confuse the enemy. That is when you know you have the fruit of the Spirit, joy, right? You're not basing your life on your happiness. You know, of course, everything is let's be happy, be happy, be happy. And happiness is great, right? But happiness is a fleeting emotion. Joy is deeply rooted within us. You don't have to wait for perfect circumstances to feel joy. You can choose it, meaning you can make the decision, right? Practice it and speak it into your day. Journal prompts. What steals my joy most often, and how can I begin to reclaim it by shifting my perspective or trusting God more fully? So, if y'all feel like sharing, put that in the chat. What steals your joy the most often? What steals your joy the most often? For me, it would probably be the spirit of comparison, which I want to talk about that. I don't know. We may talk about that this week. But when I start comparing myself to others, you know, maybe comparing what I have to what others have and all of that, that immediately steals my joy. Immediately, right? When I start thinking that, then I start thinking, oh, I'm not good enough. Then I start thinking, well, what do I need to do? And then it just spirals and spirals. And then, you know, I'm not enjoying where I'm at in life right now. I'm not being grateful for that, expressing gratitude. That's one way that you can, you know, get your joy back. Yeah, so put in the chat, what is one thing that steals your joy most often? For me, it would be comparing myself to others. You can relate, Miss Janisa? Yeah. For me, it's definitely that. Good morning, Miss Southern Girl. Oh, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. Wanting my career flourish and seeing it happen to others. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes people getting what you want, or what you think you want. Cause sometimes, baby, people get stuff we think we want, but we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. It's like sometimes when I'm just being real, that girl get that when you were younger, maybe that girl get that guy you thought you wanted to be with. You're like, oh no, that's my man, da 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 da, and turn out he was a dog, and you're like, ooh, thank you, Lord. Certain people our lives to my joy. Hello. Good morning. Doubting myself. Know I can do something, but always second guessing, overthinking. Ah, yes. Overthinking can definitely steal your joy. Thinking about what you don't have. Yeah. I think focusing on what we don't have can definitely steal our joy. Procrastination, yeah, that's the one. I should add that to my list too, Miss Donna. Thinking about what is ahead of me instead of being present in the moment. Ooh, worried about the future. When the future is in God's hands. Hello, Miss Jessica. Happy Monday. Welcome. Doubting yourself. Yeah. Comparison. Yeah, Miss Cassandra. Definitely comparison for me. Thinking, oh, especially when you see people your own age or like similar to you, and you're like, oh, I should, be that. But I am learning, and I can say that I have learned, especially these last 2 years, to stop comparing myself to people. To stop comparing me and what I have and what I have going on to other people, because I don't know, not comparing myself gives me an unexplainable joy. Being able to truly enjoy what I have right now instead of always out there. And I'm not saying we don't want to improve or have better, but when we get in that cycle, that's like, it makes us hard, right? Because we're not present in the moment, like someone said. We're not appreciating what's going on. We're missing out. And so I have really tried to just be present in the moment, enjoying what I have, not worrying about what I don't have. A lot of situations make me angry fast and then holding on to too long. Oh, good morning, Miss Ashley. Happy Monday. I've been working on releasing things, keeping my peace. I know that's right. Not enjoying now, worrying about tomorrow. I don't know. I don't be worried about tomorrow. And I'm not laughing at you. I'm thinking of myself. Like, maybe I should be. Yeah, I don't be worried about tomorrow. I'll be like, I mean, I can't. I don't have any control over it, so maybe that's why I don't be worried about it. Negativity steals my joy on a job when people close like my family are pessimistic. Yeah. I'm like, why are they always looking at the glass half empty? I know that's right. Pondering things, situations you can't control. Yeah, Miss Easy Baby. Yeah, comparing ourselves makes us enjoy not the present moment. And I have really enjoying now and enjoying what I like and letting go of what I think how I think things should look like. And one thing that has helped me with that is letting life flow, going with the flow. I actually said that on my blog, which should be uploading today. Just I have learned how to flow with things, and stop trying to force things, right? When we flow with what we already have, like, okay, for instance, and I'm just keeping it real because y'all know I'm pretty transparent. when I met my husband, y'all know he had already bought this house. He had actually bought this. I met my husband in November 23. He had bought this house in June of 23. And I had told God I wanted a man who already had his own established home, right? Like, I wanted to be able to move in. I'm just keeping it real. That's what I had told the Lord. I didn't want to be out here trying to, that's stressful, right? I was like, I don't want to do that. Would this have been the home that I would have picked, right? No, I probably would have picked something else. And I probably would have picked something else based on what I've seen on the internet, what I've seen other people have, and so on and so forth. Not necessarily giving it a chance, right? And I could have came in here and been like, we need to move. I didn't get to pick this home. Da 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 da. It's not aesthetic. Da 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 da. It's an older home. All of those kind of things. Listen, my husband is a man, and he is a man. I asked him why he picked this house, and he said the backyard. He's a man, right? It wasn't the kitchen. It wasn't the bathrooms. I think he said the backyard and something else. And I was like, yeah. And I could have been, I could be real unhappy in this house is what I'm saying. I could let me comparing this to what maybe I've seen my friends have or all that kind of stuff get me down. I don't, right? I have actually grown to love and appreciate this house. I have so many ideas of, good morning, Miss Robin, happy Monday, how I want to decorate it, how I want it to look, going with what we already have. I have actually discovered that I enjoy a more traditional style rather than a more modern style, which I thought I liked because of aesthetics and what I see on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. I actually am enjoying the traditional style. I'm actually enjoying looking up more traditional things and older things and looking at antiques and thrifting and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's really been good, but I had let comparison steal my joy. I wouldn't enjoy where I'm at right now. If I would have tried to force a different way, it wouldn't have been good. Me and my husband probably would have been arguing. He would have felt the pressure of, if I was always nagging and complaining about, oh, I don't want to live here and da 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 da. Baby, he'd probably be like, girl, go get a job then. I don't know. I don't know what he would have said, but you know what I mean? That's an example of me going with the flow, me not trying to force things or make things happen. Listen, this is the house you blessed me with. I asked for a man that already owned a home. I already had that established. I ain't have to do all of that work. And I could come in, me and my daughters, and be here. And that's what you did, Lord. And I'm grateful for it. You know what I'm saying? I could work with this, Jesus. And that's just how I feel. But anyway, I don't know if that was a good example, but if you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. I'm grateful for where I'm at right now. I'm appreciative for this. There's no comparison. I have a home. And it's pretty nice. We're pretty comfortable. It's roomy. Everybody has their own rooms, all of that kind of stuff. So, yeah. So, how can we cultivate a life of joy and keep it, right, as a feminine woman of faith? Because sometimes we get that joy, but then we let people steal it, right? Nehemiah 8:10 says, the joy of the Lord is your strength. Thank you, Miss Cassandra. Our affirmation: I am a joyful woman, not because life is perfect, but because my God is faithful. My joy is my strength, my softness, and my secret weapon. And let me tell you, it truly is. It truly, truly is. I tell y'all all the time, before I met my husband, I had really just went on a mission just to enjoy life, to enjoy where I was at now, enjoy meeting people, enjoy going places, whether I had to go alone or I had someone to go with. Just really begin cultivating a life of joy, picking the things that I loved, enjoying time with my family, my friends, picking up new hobbies, and I still do that, right? So here are 7 steps to cultivate and keep joy. Stay close to the source of joy, Jesus. We know that's right. Joy is not something you chase, it's something you receive. True joy is found in his presence. Spend intentional time with God daily through prayer, worship, and the word. Psalm 16:11 says, "In your presence is fullness of joy." That's a great verse. In your presence is fullness of joy. Joy is not something you can chase. It is something that you receive. It is something that God blesses us with, and we have to receive it, right? We have to stop overthinking, stop thinking about the future, stop comparing ourselves, stop letting people make us angry, or letting people's negativity get us down, all of the things that we listed, and focus on the source and receive the gift that he gives us. Just receive it. Like, sometimes we really just need to learn how to receive the joy. Just like I had to receive this home. You know what? Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Miss Cassandra. Practice gratitude as a lifestyle. I love that. I try to list things that I'm grateful for daily in my journal. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's meaningful. And you know, I forgot to say what the journal prompt was. I'll say that at the end. I mean, the action steps, excuse me. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's meaningful. Feminine joy is rooted in noticing beauty, appreciating the little things, and thanking God for his goodness even in hard seasons. Start each morning by writing down 3 things you're thankful for. And honestly, the thing is, we think that we have to like list big things, but you can list anything. I'm grateful for Wi-Fi, right? That I could get on here, that my Wi-Fi work, that I could be in a cozy cottage, I could be private, we ain't gotta be interrupted, and all that kind of stuff. I'm grateful for that, Lord. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? It could be little things. I'm grateful that my favorite snack is still in the fridge and the kids ain't ate it all. You know what I'm grateful to see my children always laughing. Like, I'm grateful that my bonus daughter and bonus son and my daughter Riley get along so well, right? That they have so much fun together that she's so excited when they come for the weekend. Like, I've never seen her like this, and I know she's always one of siblings that were her age or younger, because she's kind of she's that whoops child, not an accident, not a mistake, just wasn't playing, right? So yeah, I'm grateful for that. But when you switch your attitude to what am I grateful for, it really can help you receive the joy that Jesus has already given us. Protect your atmosphere. What you listen to, watch, and surround yourself with matters. Choose music, environments, and conversations that lift your spirit, not drain it. Curate a peaceful, joyful space in your home. Or at your job. I forgot who said, at the job people are negative and stuff like that. Baby, sometimes you just gotta say, girl, I'm sorry that's happening, and put on them AirPods, or pretend like you're working on something, because you're just not gonna bring yourself to that. You're just not gonna bring yourself to that today. You are protecting your atmosphere, like I said, protecting your atmosphere. Light candles, open the windows, put on that worship music. It makes a difference. Let go of comparison. Comparison kills joy. You are uniquely made. Your journey, your beauty, your pace. Embrace your story. Good morning, Miss Mia. Happy Monday. Celebrate others without shrinking yourself. Joy flows freely when you stay in your lane with confidence. Okay? You are uniquely made. You like what you like. Okay? Enjoy it, right? Don't start looking at what other people have and be like, oh man, like what I like, it may not be as expensive, or it may not be as aesthetic, or whatever the case may be. And then think that you shouldn't like it based on that. Life is so much easier when you truly embrace the things that put a smile on your face, right? Not other people's faces, your face. I love these pajamas I got on under here. In fact, I need to go to Victoria's Secret and buy another pair. They are so comfortable. They are. Listen, I was not a pajama girl. I slept in my birthday suit and for a few years. So putting on pajamas, especially when I'm going through perimenopause and I'll be hot and stuff, it's not a thing. But I love these pajamas. Are they the most aesthetically pleasing? Probably not. Okay. Do I look the best in them? Probably not, but they bring me joy. I'm happy when I wash them and I take them out the wash and I put them on and I'm chilling in the bed. Like, they make me so happy. They may not be, the best thing, but I just love putting them on. They're so comfortable. That's why I still got them on. Yes, my family doesn't understand my love of stickers and stationery, but it's okay. It's girl, mine either. My husband be like, another sticker book. I'll be like, yep. Then he be like, because I was in here making stickers, and he was like, you in here making stickers, but you got all them sticker books, but these are the ones I need this week, baby. I spent all day in here, but I was so happy. I was happy to the point where when I got in the house, because my husband would be like, you don't spend no time with me. And he was like, you really need to spend some time with me this week because you're going to be out of town. I was like, thank you for allowing me to just be free in my space and have a good time and not be bothered with nobody. Good morning, Miss Angela. Happy Monday. Yes, I agree about the negativity. We have to guard our peace. We do. Girl, yeah. He'd be like, I love stickers. I love planners. I have about 3 or 4 planners around here I don't use, but it is what it is. I love making things. I was in here watching YouTube, laminating stuff. I love my laminator. I love my Cricut. I love all those things. They just bring me joy, and people may not understand. I've really been enjoying this, I really have been enjoying my Coach notebook cover, and so now I have discovered this whole community of Coach notebook cover lovers and Coach lovers on TikTok, and just been scrolling, and they've been showing you how to DIY things and make a pocket, and I love it. Spent hours looking at that kind of stuff. It makes me happy, and when I am happy, when I'm joyful, I'm a better person. I'm better to deal with. Joy flows freely when you stay in your lane with confidence. Repeat this. My path is blessed. My portion is enough. You are enough. What you like is good. Sometimes when we get out of flowing and enjoying the things that make us happy, bring a smile to us, bring a smile to our faces, and just bring us that unexplainable joy, when we focus on things outside of that, we miss out on God's best, right? Because then we start trying to do better, get what they have, get what we think we want. When all the while, God is saying, here, I'm giving you what I know will make you happy. I'm giving you my best, but you don't want it because you're so focused on what other people may have, right? Make room for delight. Joy doesn't have to be serious. It does not. Play, dance, bake, laugh, wear something pretty just because. God delights in your delight. Let me say that again. God delights in your delights. He is your Father. And just like my children, I love seeing them happy. He loves seeing you happy. He loves when you have a smile on your face. He loves when you are enjoying life and dancing and having fun and smiling and laughing. He loves that. You love seeing it on your loved ones' faces. He's the same. He's the same. The things that bring me joy since I'm older are different than when I was in my 20s and 30s. Absolutely. I'm so simple now. Expensive things and labels don't excite me anymore. I still love them, but it's not so important to me. I love the little things. Me too. Hey, Miss Shay. Happy Monday. Yes, he delights in our delight. My husband makes fun of me and my planners. I don't care. Yes, stickers, laminator, paper cutter, all of that. I was in here cutting paper, and I learned about vellum and all that. I was listen. I learned how to print on vellum on this printer, and then I'm up here looking up laser printers because I'm like, I need a laser printer so I can foil stuff. Listen, it don't stop. But those are the things that make me happy. It's so true. Missing our joy, never being satisfied, never being satisfied. You miss out on God's best. It's the little things in life that bring me joy. Absolutely. Like I did. I think I wanted all that designer stuff. First of all, you get all that expensive stuff, and not saying you shouldn't like expensive stuff. There's some things I still like, but you gotta take care of that stuff. After you spend your money on something, you gotta really take care of that stuff, right? Excuse me, y'all. You really gotta dig in and then it's like if you get a foreign car. Yeah, it's nice, but that joker is expensive. The maintenance is expensive on one of those cars. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna be paying some money, and then you can't put this in there. You can't put regular gas in there. You gotta put the gas in it. Sometimes we don't count the costs, right? We don't count the costs. And sometimes the costs we should include our joy in that counting, right? And we don't. Yes, little things. My grandson, y'all already know what Pork Chop does to me. I was with Pork Chop this weekend. Their grandmother, my former mother-in-law, they had a big birthday party for her. I went over there. I went by there. I helped with a couple of things. And Pork Chop was trying to be in the kitchen with me, and he was telling them that the oven was hot. He was hot. Like, all of those things are what truly bring me joy. And let me tell you something. I say it all the time. When I was sick, did nothing mean nothing. All of the expensive stuff, the clothes, all of those things meant nothing to me. What meant things to me were my family and my memories. Laughing with my kids, thinking about when they were little, and Christmases and birthdays and Easters, and my memories and my loved ones. That's what mattered. That's what truly mattered. I didn't care about in love a good Louis Vuitton purse, but I didn't care nothing about that. I got several. I didn't care nothing about that. I didn't care nothing about any of those things. I cared about being here and seeing people, because I didn't know if I was going to see them again. You know what I'm saying? I cared about the memories I created, and that's why memories are so important to me now. That's why, Sheena's like, okay, let's go on this trip. I'm like, I'm down. I'm taking pictures. That's the one thing I wish I would have done more back in the day. And of course, it's easier to take pictures now because we have our phones. They're so nice. They're convenient. The pictures are nice and all of that. But I wish I would not have shied away from taking pictures because I didn't like the way that I looked. I was heavier. I gained weight from having children. I didn't really take care of myself. All of those things. But I still wish I would have took the pictures. I still wish I would have took the pictures with my kids and took pictures of, different memories and stuff. And so now I'm always snapping pictures. I don't care. I'm always taking a good video. I don't care. Because I know that's what's going to hold me if something were to happen. But anyway, God delights in your delight. So find what delights you. Find what brings you joy. Okay? Stay light by letting go, right? Because we know we carry the light, and the light ain't heavy. Okay? The light isn't heavy. Okay? Like Felicia Rashad said. Don't carry what isn't yours. Unforgiveness, offense, or burdens God never gave you. God said, and I heard this on, I forget who said it last night, but I heard it on a reel, and she said that if you are carrying something heavy, that is not carrying what God gave you, because God said his burden is light. His yoke is light. I think that's how it goes. Y'all know I ain't no Bible scholar, sorry. And I was like, yeah, You know, we already said light is not heavy. We are not bogged down. We should be floating, floating, okay? Flowing and floating. That's what we should be, because we're not carrying heavy things. We're not carrying unforgiveness. We're not offended. Or, you know, we don't feel like we have to defend ourselves. We're not carrying heavy burdens. We're giving that to God, because we know He knows way more than what we do. Good morning, Miss Orly. Happy Monday. We know He already has the solution figured out. So why am I worried about it? What am I stressed about it for? What am I stressed about? He's already figured it out. He goes before you. He knows what's going to go down and how it's going to go down. So there's no need for you to be worrying about the how, the when, the why, and all of the other questions. It's just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. Joyful women release, they forgive, and they rest, okay? They don't hold on to bitterness and still expect joy to bloom. That's a word. That's a word. You cannot hold on to unforgiveness, to bitterness, to offense, to all of those things and expect to live a joyful life. It's just, they don't go together. They don't flow. They don't work together, right? They don't. You gotta release that stuff, and then you gotta receive the joy, right? But you can't receive it because your hands are full with this stuff that you weren't even asked to carry, right? Like Bag Lady. Y'all know that song by Erykah Badu? I heard it the other day, and I was like, yeah, she gave a whole word in that song. you gonna miss your bus because you over there carrying all the stuff that you don't need to carry. You gonna miss your joy, right? If you really sit there and you think about it, do you want, is it worth that cost, right? Is it worth it to miss out on your joy by holding on to all this other stuff? Is it worth it? Because listen, I tell you, our time is limited. It's very, very short. It's very, very short. Summer has started, and before I even look up, these kids will be ready to go back to school. The summer will be over. Riley will be starting her sophomore year, and before I know it, she will be graduating, and the twins will be right behind her. Time is very, very short. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Thank you, Miss Cassandra. Appreciate you. For instance, my grandson, like I could cry just looking at old videos, and I'm like, where did the time go? Where did the time go? He's not a little baby anymore. He's around here walking and talking and learning and getting into everything, right? Time is very short. So, do you really want the things that you were never meant to carry to keep you from receiving joy? I don't know. It is. It's already the 6th month. It's already June. Already. This year is halfway over. I went into Hobby Lobby Saturday. They already got Christmas ornaments on the shelf. Okay? Because, baby, if you don't think time is flying by, they gonna rush you. So, I promise you, it is not worth you holding on to things that you were never meant to carry. Don't let those extra bags cost you your joy, right? Don't. Pack light. Pack light. All right. Forgive quickly, rest often, travel light. Choose joy daily. Joy is a choice. You won't always feel joyful, but you can choose it. Every day we get to make decisions, right? And when you really start thinking about life like that, instead of letting life control how you feel, letting it direct you, letting it dictate how you feel, what you gonna do today, all of those things, and you really say, you know what, I'm gonna make a decision to have a joyful day. I don't care what happens around me. And I know that's when things come out the woodworks, right? But if you sit there and you really determine that you ain't gonna let that stuff get you, I promise the day will go by so much better. Listen, I think well, I know for me, and I always speak for me, not y'all, but I know we think that being a Christian, being a feminine woman of faith, we should have, less problems, right? Like, Lord, I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be righteous. I'm trying to be holy. I'm trying to live right. I'm trying to forgive and all of those things. Like we think that, you know, that life should be easier, right? But he never said that. He said that you'll find joy in him. He said that, what's the verse? In your presence is fullness of joy. He said that the joy of the Lord is your strength. That's what he said, right? We're going to have issues. We're going to have problems. We're going to have things that come up, things that don't make us happy, things that we can't control, like adult children and things like that, right? And so we really have to get rooted in God and what he says, in prayer, in reading his word, and surrounding ourselves with people who are in agreement of those things. Our sisterhood here, your physical sisterhood, your church home. We really have to dig our feet into those areas that we planted, right? And we have to make the decision to stand firm in those areas. Everything is a decision. Everything. It may not seem like it. It may seem like things are happening to you. Believe me, I know. But you still can make a decision to choose joy, to choose happiness. Can I say I was always happy and joyful when I was going through cancer? No. Of course not. They was pretty much saying, girl, you might die. You know what I'm saying? So, no. I wasn't always happy or joyful. But there were several silver linings in that I could draw joy from. Being able to be home with my children, being able to actually rest because I didn't have to worry about bills or things like that. I had money coming in, and the way that God worked it out, it was just a miracle. He definitely had his hand in that. Being able to talk to people I haven't talked to in years. I had a friend that I met when I was 19, and we worked together, and she came down from Arlington to see me in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? And I hadn't talked to her and sat with her and seen her in years. And, we rekindled our friendship and all of those type of things. You know what I'm saying? There was definitely good from that. And that's all that I think God wants us to do, is to look for the good, to make a decision to see the good in spite of. So, joy is a choice. You won't always feel joyful, but you can choose it. Speak joy, seek joy, spread joy. Oh, that should be a sticker. Speak joy, seek joy, spread joy. Speak joy, seek joy, spread joy. Okay. The more you do, the more it becomes your default posture, and it does, not just a passing emotion. We just like our muscles we train in the gym, we gotta train this muscle, this brain. It's a muscle. We gotta train it. Like I was telling you with hand lettering. Now I can do certain things because I'm used to doing it, because I practice it. We got to pick up this word. We got to do like Miss Monica did this morning. When he wakes you up in the middle of the night, you got to pray. instead of scrolling through that phone. You got to ask God, what is it that you want me to know, Lord? What is it that you're trying to tell me, Lord? Maybe you just need to sit there in silence. I don't know. But we got to work that muscle every single day. Every single day. And when you work that muscle, when you do that, you will automatically, your brain will automatically say, oh, no, 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 we don't do that. We don't think like that. No, 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 we're not scared. I promise you it will. I promise you it will if you work that muscle. Speak joy, seek joy, spread joy. Say aloud each morning, today I choose joy. So, what was the action step for today? I forgot to read that part. Action step. And I really want y'all to do this. Okay? Put it in your phone. If you don't have a cute planner, you don't need all of that, okay? You don't need it. I do that because I like to do that. But you don't need that. You can get the note section in your phone and create a joy list. Write down 10 things that spark joy in your spirit, not just your emotions, right? Like I told y'all last week, talking to my cousin and walking her through cooking for her family. Like, oh, that made me so happy. That sparked so much joy in me, right? It inspired me. Something that keeps you going, like something that somebody can't come in and be like your kids, you know how they do. I hate you. Oh, you get on my nerves. Or they talk back or under their breath. Like, that don't even bother you. My kids ain't never told me they hate me, but I'm just saying, y'all, you see that. Write down 10 things that spark joy in your spirit, not just your emotions. Then intentionally do or meditate on one today. Example, singing worship music, baking something from scratch, writing in your journal, laughing with your family, dancing in the kitchen, reflecting on a scripture promise. Okay, so ladies, if you feel so inclined to do so, tell me one thing in the chat that brings you joy. Okay, y'all know for me that would be pork chop. Pork chop brings me joy, but even more so, not even more so, but something apart from another person, my stickers, okay? My stickers and my planners and all of those things, they truly make me happy. I love sitting in here. I know everyone doesn't understand it. Everyone doesn't get it. Like, why do you do that? But I love it. I love it. I love being creative. Those things bring me joy. So tell me one thing that brings you joy, and then we can end for the morning. It could be your morning cup of coffee. You know what I'm saying? Body wash and lotions to match. Trader Joe's, yes. Bath and Body Works. Y'all know I love me some Bath and Body Works. Actually, I haven't been in Bath and Body Works too much this year, which is good. Thrifting and plants. Oh, I know. I wish I was a plant girly. See, comparison. But I'm not a plant girly, and I gave that up. I'm like, I killed a plant. And there's no need of plants coming my way. Sitting on your deck list. Oh, I love sitting on the patio, Miss Deetra. Yes. Thrifting. Yes. Family functions. Absolutely. Spending time with the kids and the granddaughters. Oh. The grandchildren, oh my God, pork chop, I just light up. I'm like, oh, I love you so much. You make me so happy. Even he be doing stuff, y'all. He's into everything. I went over there Friday over my daughter's house, and we was chasing him around the house, but it was so much fun. Speaking the gospel, my children, morning coffee, and doing my nails. Oh, I love that, Miss Ashley. I would be such a great plant mom. Nah. And it's funny because my mom, her whole family business, her father, my grandfather, was a landscaper. He had a very successful landscaping business. All my uncles were landscapers and tree people and all that kind of stuff. My mom can grow plants. My aunts, I can't grow nothing. Going to sit on the couch and talk to my therapist on Mondays. Sit out by the ocean. I live in Miami. Ooh, that's so nice, Miss Angela. Yes, and talking to your therapist, getting stuff off your chest. Not carrying those things. My chipmunk, who's my grandson, I can't think of him without I know. Same as that jewelry. Same. Sitting in my craft room and just doing what makes me happy. I feel you, Miss Monica. My children and slow mornings. Yes, slow mornings are chef's kiss. This devotional. Ah, thank you, Miss Deidre. Thank you. Planner, thrifting, bookstores, and definitely grandkids. Oh, Miss BC baby, you a planner. Bookstores, yes, I used to love going to half price bookstores. We used to have one like right down the street, but they closed that one, so you got to go a little bit further down. But when I get a chance, I stop up in there. I used to love getting those Danielle Steele books. I used to be a big Danielle Steele reader. Enjoying my Bible study, 10 women of the Bible, drinking my coffee. Oh, that sounds like a great morning or just a great time. Look, listen, today take a break and do something that brings you joy. If you got to FaceTime a grandchild, FaceTime a grandchild. If you just got to write in your planner, your things you're joyful for, whatever it is, just take a break in 5 minutes. Oh, Miami. Ah, thank you, Miss Cassandra. It brings me joy too. Listen, at 6:30, I was like, I could sleep in. But I was like, nope, let me get up. Fixing puzzles. I love that. I love that, Miss Donna. Of course, speaking to family. You loved her books. Oh, she had this one book I used to read. I used to read it over and over. I loved her older books. Some of the newer ones I haven't really read. I have one that I need to read. It's called Never Say Never. I need to actually read that. But it was one book that she had called The Dating Game. Baby, that book was good. I read it over and over. I read it over and over. Shopping discount stores and finding deals. Laughing with your husband. Organizing and decluttering. Ooh, I wish that brought me joy. You need to give me some of that, Miss Southern Girl. I wish that brought me joy. Because I got a lot of projects I need to do that I am going to be doing this summer. These kids gonna be helping me. They just don't know it yet. My husband too. He just don't know it yet. Now my father-in-law, he love helping. That's a person that brings me joy. My father-in-law. Yesterday I ain't had to cook. Nothing. I could spend all day in the cozy cottage because he was like, oh no, I already bought steaks and and don't worry about it, I got dinner. Bet. Thank you. All right, so I won't keep y'all. I pray and intend that you have the most amazing Monday. Find something. Listen, write that joy list. For real. Write the joy list and take 5-10 minutes today. Do one of those things on that list. Like I said, if you gotta FaceTime the grandbaby, if you just gotta take a few seconds to make a cup of coffee, whatever. I just gonna look for user. Oh, Riley has a record player. She asked for that for Christmas, and she loves getting albums. Of course, she don't get real old ones like us, but she loves getting albums. She loves playing her record player too. We have to tell her to turn it down. But yeah. But yeah. Do something today that brings you joy. Make the decision to be joyful. Okay? Make the decision. All right. It ain't, when you make decisions, you know things come at you, right? But stay rooted in God, His word. Know that He's going to make things right. He's going to make things better. And just continue to stay joyful. I love y'all. I pray and y'all have the best day. And I'll see y'all on tomorrow, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Bye. Thank you, Miss Niecy, baby.